Hi everyone, it's Maggie and I'm here with a project share. This is a design team project for Crafty Me Shop on Facebook. Um, and a link will be in the description box. I made a doily book, which I hadn't made in a really long time. And I believe all the appliques and laces and trims I used are Crafty Me Shop. And the doilies that I used for the actual pages uh, from Louise Fraser. Excuse me. She sent me some doilies a while back, and I thought it was time to get them out and use them and make a book. As I said, I haven't made one of these in a really long time. It comprises of 3 different full pages, so let's say 6 altogether, on both sides. And I used, I believe I used at least 2 or 3 doilies on each page. And then as far as the dangles on the bottom go, I used, I used several on each page. I think I used about 18 or more different dangle laces and trims. But anyways, this is the cover, and the images that I used are from Patty Lang, Sacred Mementos, one of her print sets that she creates. And I loved these as soon as I got them. I knew I wanted to use them in something, and I decided to use them in this doily book. The book is put together using a ring. I think it's called a ring binder. And then I covered it with some trims that I cut to size. And then I added also this really pretty piece here. And this is from Cheryl Hood, which one of her sales in Patty's artisan markets. I bought some of these and they're just beautiful. I've never seen them like this before. So I added that to all the trims, and these are all, other than the sari silk, the trims are all Crafty Me Shop. The sari silks, these I happened to get on Etsy from a seller. Okay, so on the cover, I also added this dangle on the side, and I just used one of these clips. I forget what you call these, and I just clipped it onto this piece of doily right here. So I surrounded the image with this doily flower type thing in the middle with pearl and bling in the center. And then the 2 flowers I cut off for trim. And I'm not going to keep saying Crafty Me Shop, so if I recognize something that I didn't get there, then I'll mention it. And then these 2 little flowers with the little pearl, these are handmade, and I bought these from a seller over in Russia several years ago, and I had put them away and forgotten about them, and I found them again, so I decided to use them. This is a piece of a doily right here that I just folded in half, and then this is a piece of a trim, and then this trim here. And then these are from another trim, a leaf trim, just to add some interest. And then you can see a little bit underneath all the layers of the dangles that I used. There's these, and then this green dangle is part of the flower trim that I used. And then this trim here, another flower trim, I took and added some of my little clay flowers in the middle of each little flower on the trim. And then there's pieces of other dangles that I didn't bring all, from side to side. Some I placed where I thought they needed something. This is what I call a peacock trim right there. Mainly because for whatever reason, I know other people call it a peacock trim also because this looks like, in the middle of a peacock feather, that design right there. And then there's this here. And then on this trim here, on the two, I added one on each side, here and here, and I added these pearlescent flat back pearls. Bring it up a little more. My lighting isn't that great because it's dark now, and I don't know if you'll see the pearlescent in them, but it's there. So that's the front cover. And then you open it up, and then the first page is like a pocket page. It's not really a pocket, but this is a pocket in here. And let's see, just to show you if this fits. Anything can go in the pocket like that, but of course it doesn't fit, and I don't know if it'll go in this way. I think it's too wide. But anyway, I think it's from a curtain. And I up the sides and the bottom, I added this flower trim here, and then to let it hang down with a little weight, I added two more of those little white flowers that are on the cover, and then this tatted heart with the two pearls. Those are handmade from a friend in New Zealand, and also this here up here, and a little rhinestone in there, and then this is from that Etsy shop from Russia. I just can't think of the lady's name because it's been so many years. And I added that. It's actually this piece, I think, inside might be like a plastic ring or something, and she crocheted around it. And then there's like 2 or 3 doilies under that. And then this page, which this was the last page I embellished before I was finished, and I think it's my favorite page actually. So here's the image right here. She's just beautiful. And then all of these flower leafy type things, appliques, are from a piece that I cut up, and I just went around the image with that. I added 3 of these pieces from the trim that I also used one piece on the cover, and then I added this pale like yellowish beaded flower trim, and then underneath you see all the other dangles that I used. They're hard to separate. There's the page there, and then this would be from the other side, so I'll show you that when I turn it. So that's that page. Oh, and I added this. This is from Patty Link, Sacred Mementos. But I think Mir actually is the one that sent me this, I think. So I have that lady there. She's so pretty. And then here's the next page. And this image, this I'm going to call her a little girl because I think she's younger than the other two. But it's from the same print kit. And I just went around this using flowers from one of Crafty Me Shot trims, and then added those white flowers again. I I had a handful of them, so I thought I'd use them. And then these are individual little flowers from actually one of the dangle trims. And I added these little tiny, tiny pink clay flowers. They're so tiny, I mean, they're hard to see. And then I had one piece left over from, oh, you can't see it, the cover. So I added it on this side. And then this is what was left of a piece of an applique that I had used for another project. And then underneath, there's this piece here from a trim. And then I put that on top, this little, just for some interest and color. And then these acrylic flowers in those three places. And then underneath, you can see the different trims here. There's that. This is like that flower trim from the front, but this is a different trim though, because there's appliques on the in the middle, which the other one doesn't have. Not appliques. What am I thinking? They're like sequins that the others don't have. And then this is a beige peacock lace. And then the last page before the back cover is this pocket page, and here's the pocket, and it's from a napkin. I added this pearl piece here, and then this is like I made this flower here that I put on top of a medium doily, and then there's the other doilies that you can see. And then again, just a bunch of dangles to put. Just, I like that waterfall effect of the dangles at the bottom. And then this is, whoops, wow, getting this all tangled up. And this is the back page. And there you go. I don't usually do much to the back pages, mainly because if whoever receives it or buys it, whatever, if they want to just lie it flat on something, then I don't want to make it too bulky, but this would still lie flat. So, and this is a flower from Jean Rag over in the UK. We did a swap several years ago, probably more than several, and we made 3 different projects for each other. And one of them, she had added some handmade flowers that she made. And I love this flower. I've kept it all these years, but I thought, you know what, it's going to be perfect for this doily, so I'm going to use it. And then you see the different appliques. So on this pink one, I used chocolate little tiny clay flowers with, and you won't even probably be able to see it, but in the middle it's a little pink dot. Maybe you'll see it, I'm not sure. But this is like a corally pink color. And I know, I mean, when I'm looking at the screen, it doesn't look corally pink, but, and it's not dark. It's just not like a pink. And then before I forget, I missed showing you on this side of the page. I took these, let's see, yeah, there's 3 of them of this here, and on the bottom 3 I added these little, I think they're acrylic and rhinestone flowers. Let me see if I can bring it up to show you. This is really awkward. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, that's my doily book. And there you go. So that's it. I hope you like it. If you'd like, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I always like reading the different comments if you have any questions or anything like that. I do have a tutorial series in my playlist of how to make a doily book. I did that several years ago. If anyone's interested in going in and checking that out. So I guess that's it. I will be back again soon, I hope, with another project share. Just not sure what I'm going to do next. So this is Sunday. I hope everybody has had a lovely weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.